All right, buddy. So, what's your name and where you from for the people that do not already know?
Man, what's up? What's up? What's popping, man? It's Snake Dog 916, and I'm from Sacramento, California, man. Live every day, all day.
That's right. And ladies and gentlemen, I've had him on my channel once or twice. And you've got your own channel, and it's been jumping, man. I've been on your channel as well. You
Yeah,
interviewed me.
thank you,
Almost
man.
forgot about that one. That
Right, right.
entertaining
Salute.
experience.
Yeah, that was a groundbreaking experience for me and for my viewers. A lot of people were surprised to see that, man. And
Damn
once
right,
again, I
man.
appreciate you doing that for me.
Hey,
Uh,
anytime, man. Anytime. I got a few other people that have been asking me to. I need to jump on their stuff.
I've
I've been
noticed
procrastinating.
yeah, that's one
Uh,
thing I've noticed that when I did that, like you and one other person I did it with, y'all both been getting hit up like, oh, we didn't know y'all would even do that. Now come do that with us. Like
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
I was like,
Hey,
okay,
well,
I'll break
it
the
just
ice. I ain't
depends.
tripping.
Yeah, it depends on the person, man. And
Right.
Nate, man, since the first interview and shit, since you were on Herc's channel, I could tell you were a real one, man.
Yes, sir. I
You
appreciate
deal
that.
with principles, uh, and you don't really deal with the bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, see,
For the
that's
most part.
the thing about
Uh,
me is, and I was raised a certain way, and when you raised a certain way, it's just how you are.
yeah,
It's like it's not. I don't change with the tide. I don't go with the flow.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I just doing me. I'm standing in the middle of this ocean, and if people don't like it, man, I can float by myself, man. I'll be alone. What they say, a lone wolf. I'm all right with that.
I know that's right, man. And we're gonna talk a little bit more about that subject.
Yes, sir.
But first, tell the people a little bit your background when it comes to the penitentiary, man. What sent you there? How long did you
Okay.
do? And we'll kind of jump from there.
Right. For those who don't know, yeah, when I was just turning 22 years old, barely turning 22 years old, man, I got into an altercation with an individual for who owed me money for drugs. And basically, the guy said he wasn't gonna pay me. Basically, like you basically you pay. Um, and I didn't take that too well. So I basically beat him into a coma. Uh, it started out as a fight. Well, it started out as me physically assaulting him. Let's put it that way, because he never threw a swing. But then he ran up some stairs, and when he got up the stairs into the apartment, the people in there knew me, and they yelled, "He got a gun!" So when I'm already on his tail up the stairs. So when I come through the door, I whip out, I pull my pistol out, and he's too close to me when I get in to even extend, right, to do anything. So I just immediately slap him with the pistol. And when I slap him with the pistol, he fall down. So I get on him, hit him a couple times, and that ended with him being in a coma. They charged
Did
me initially with attempted murder. Uh, what were you
Did he
about to
have
say?
a gun?
Nah, for kind of fight out, he never even had a weapon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. So the pistol whip was what put him into a coma, or what? Did you put some fists on him afterwards, or
Nah, I
what?
just kept hitting him with the pistol until my homeboy
Damn.
peeled me off of him.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
kind of crushed in all this. All this. It was an old Beretta 9.
So your
Um,
homeboy kind of stopped it.
he stopped. Yeah, my cousin's baby dad grabbed me from behind and lifted me up. Big guy. He lifted me up like, "Come on, man, you're gonna kill him." And we ran downstairs. It was because it was in the middle of the daytime. It was like 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So people were all outside, like, "What's going on?" And we smashed off. All I hear is uh he died, this, that. Everybody's like, "Oh, you killed him. They looking for you for murder." They're looking for me all through this whole east side of Sacramento. They're everywhere looking for me. Not just right this second, all until they find me. And so I'm like, fuck it. If I killed him, I just basically go on a crime spree, basically.
Yeah.
That's what the officials called it, right? All I was really doing was I was going around getting all my money from anybody that had money from me, because I knew I was going to the joint as soon as they called me.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna get all the money I can for lawyers and whatever else I need. So when they do catch me, I got all this money already stacked up and tucked somewhere where somebody who I know will take care of me.
Yeah.
So I'm if you don't got my money, I'm taking whatever you got that's worth a value. And so basically, by the time they caught me, I had like 8 out here strikeable felonies. I don't know how the strikes work out there, but out here,
Yeah.
every violent crime is considered a felony. So I had like 8 on the record strikeable felonies when they caught me, and I took the deal for. They dropped the attempted do woke up, so they dropped the attempted murder to an assault with a deadly weapon, and they used the gun enhancement, and then they offered me a deal. I jumped on the 18-year deal, did 18, and they sentenced me to 18 years in California Department of Corrections, man.
Jesus. You know, that's a hell of a ride. That's a hell of a ride, man. You know, does that ever.
Yeah.
Well, I got a few questions, actually.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Let's see here. I mean, what was going through your head when you were doing that, man? I mean, were you drunk or any under any kind of stimulant or substance to the point where it that might have influenced you to not stop hitting the fool?
Anger.
Just
That's it.
anger.
That's
Yeah.
just, and that can be a type of drug too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Honestly, especially with me and my history and my background, my childhood history and stuff.
Yeah.
We'll have other chances to get into that type of stuff. But um,
Yeah.
like growing up and stuff, like the only thing I ever witnessed was the way you handle problems was with violence.
Yeah.
The way you, when you get mad, you hit something. And
Yeah.
I never was taught anything different. So I was taught by numerous different generations of people that if something pops, just pop. Don't ask no questions. Do what you got to do and take your respect. If they don't want to give it to you, take it. So I felt like he was purposely disrespecting me. One thing that I was like, this whole little area where we were at was buying drugs from me. Not just this apartment complex, but this whole little area of East Sacramento. Just a
So you
little,
had a reputation to
yeah.
uphold
So
as well.
everybody knew me. So it's like, if I let this dude get away with saying I'm paid, then other people might think. And I'm selling to some thugs, some gangsters, you know what I mean? Some cats that's with the shit too. So it's like, if they see weakness, I know how we think. At that time, that mindset I was in was, I know how we think. There's food and there's predators. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And not now, let me not use that word because I don't like that word. Not predators. There's food and there's the motherfuckers that's eating.
Yeah.
Put it that way. But and I wasn't gonna be food, so I had to make sure he understood he's food compared to me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and the word spread fast. People, even people that were so-called gangsters, right, were calling my mom, trying to get a hold of me, trying to tell me turn myself in. They were trying to tell me to turn myself in, saying I was making the area hot. All the people that they were selling dope for me. Say, you making the area hot. All the police are looking for you. Nobody can sell dope, and all these people are ratting, telling everybody who you be with
They
and all
just
this other
wanted
shit.
you out the way, dog.
That's what it was. They was fearful that they would be next, or you know what I mean. They just wanted that alpha mentality out the way, so they
Yeah.
can pretend like they were alpha. And that's what happened. Once I got caught, like these certain people uh, tried to take over the position that I had left, and it, like a vacuum, sucked all their asses down because they couldn't do it.
Yeah. 18 years, man. And you
18.
know,
Whew.
ladies and gentlemen, uh you've changed your life around, man. You know, you're
Oh
doing
man.
doing the right thing and you got family, man. You seem like a very nice family man
Oh yeah.
individual.
Oh yeah. That's what
And
it's all about.
yeah, man, and I love to see that and we'll talk more about that.
Yes, sir.
But prison, man. If
Yeah.
you were to say out of 18 years of doing time, what do you think you learned the most from it?
Well, first of all, that I don't want to go back. Straight
Yeah,
up.
yeah, that's a good
Straight
one.
up.
That's a good one.
Uh, I mean, that's a for sure thing. But I think the biggest okay, and let's just to be clear, I got sentenced to 18 years. I did 16 years and 10 months.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I don't want nobody coming like, oh well, we heard you say, oh nah, I did. Yeah, I got sentenced to
Okay.
18 years. I did 16 years, 10 months.
Yeah,
But or 17 years, 10 months. My bad. 17 years, 10 months. I didn't do the whole 18.
yeah,
But the biggest and best lesson I think I've learned, no bullshit, real talk, is patience, bruh. Patience. Like, prison to make you sit your ass still. And obviously, you know, you're gonna sit still, but you already know, you've been there. It's a hurry up and wait game in prison. Like,
yeah.
we want you guys to hurry up and get over here and stay and wait until you get called. You go to medical, every hurry up, unlock for medical, hurry up and wait and go this. You're waiting for mail, you're waiting for visits, you're waiting for yard, everything standing at your door, waiting for the next thing. You know what I mean? So that builds up a patience in you. That the shoe terms. I don't know if you guys got shoe terms out there.
Yeah, they do,
Okay.
but you know, it's a little different,
Yeah, the
of
shoe
course.
terms that really make you sit down and learn how to be okay with sitting with yourself.
Yeah,
I mean, like, the prison is going to do two things: a long term to me, and especially long term in the shoe and or on the line, is going to do two things. It's going to make you, or it's going to break you as mentally.
yeah,
It's either going to make you change, or it's going to make you devolve. You're either going to evolve or devolve.
Yeah.
You're gonna either say fuck it, this is life, or you're gonna be like, well, I need to start focusing and deciding on what I'm gonna do with the rest of my fucking life. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that's what I did after after fucking up for at least, I don't know, 13, 14, 15 years of it.
So hey, so it's like it's like your old or the majority of baby moms or old ladies.
Right?
They'll hop on at the end of the line, at the end of the
Yeah.
road. Well, same
Yep.
for us. We'll tighten the hell up when it's
Yeah,
about
at the
close to
end.
the
That's
exit
close.
door.
Well, I felt like okay, so I felt like it's like this. It's like it's a slippery slope. Prison's a slippery slope. Gang banging is a slippery slope if you're
Uh-huh.
gang affiliated, right?
Oh
So
yeah.
so I was gang bang. I was a gang member on the streets. I didn't go to prison and join a gang,
Yeah.
right? So I get to prison. I'm popping from with my hood like off top, like, and then my hood is automatically popping with my city. So we just rolling, doing our stuff. I'm not thinking, oh, you're gonna get in more trouble. I got 18 years. I'm looking at that like Buck Rogers, like a life sentence, basically. Like,
Yeah,
man,
for
I'm
sure.
never gonna see 2020 or
Yeah.
2000. What was it at the time? It was 2010 at
Yeah.
first, but then I ended up getting out in 2014 because I caught some time. But um, I never was. So I went in like I had life, and all they put me on the yard with the lifers, like basically all the murderers, killers. I never went to a minimum yard. I never went to a lower level yard. They sent me straight to High Desert. And anybody who don't know, Google it. High Desert State Prison in California.
I
That's where
made a
they started
video,
me
man. I said I don't think I want to go to high desert.
at. Well, no, you would be good in High Desert actually,
What? Oh, they got a lot of white guys in there or
but
something.
that's they call that. That's the nickname for High Desert is the White House.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember
Yeah,
you
yeah.
telling me
And
that
I
from the
mean, I know
first
you.
interview.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
that's
I know you
crazy,
don't
man.
roll like that, but
Yeah.
still, you know what I mean. Even the
If I,
non-affiliate white dudes, they deep up there. But
it
yeah, I was
is.
up there doing my time. So like, it was popping like up there. Like like I walked in as soon as I got there, it was already a war popping. So it
I
was.
mean, would you say that? I know that. Let's say,
Mhm.
out there when shit pops off, man. What do you
Mhm.
think the ratio is to inmate to shank? Does every inmate have a shank at hand, or
At
what?
that time, at
Yeah.
that time, 97, I would say if there's 100 inmates on the yard, which there's always more than 100, obviously, right? But if there's 100 people on that yard, I'm gonna say at least 98 people got chased at
Damn.
that time. At that time. At that time. Not later in my time when I got to like a program. I was on a program yard, and we call it a program yard, but it's a regular level 4 mainline yard. But
Yeah.
it's a yard that has like vocational programs and all kind of programs and shit. People go to that yard and they try to kick back. They're
Yeah.
not trying to get in trouble, but still shit still popped off, but not like in Calipat or High Desert or Pelican Bay. But
Yeah.
because those are lockdown yards. There it's just you on yard until you stock up enough stuff to go back on lockdown again, basically. And
Yeah.
but everybody in High Desert, 97, if you went out to the yard without a knife, you was stupid. That's the first thing when I first moved in with a cellie, when I went in the cell with him, he told me who he was. We chopped it up a second. He found out who I was. Whoop, showed him my paperwork. Whoop. All right, cool. Let me show you how to make a knife, youngster. Because when you come off of orientation, when we come off this lockdown, we're going out the yard and we already popping with the woods. I'm
Yeah.
like,
And
think
y'all were
about it.
outnumbered.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
See
Because
that's something I've never seen, and I've been to at least 5 prisons. I might have to recount, maybe a couple more or one more.
right.
Whites have always been outnumbered, one hundred
Oh yeah.
percent, man.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
See, and not okay. So let's put it this way: we might have had even numbers with the whites, right, in this prison, right. However, it's a white ran prison too.
Yeah,
So all the COs, all the correctional officers, all that, they're all white, right?
yeah,
And they rock with them. Like put it this way: there's been incidents where after the incident they find real buck knives on the yard, like real, the
real
pop open
knives.
with the wood
Yeah,
grain and all. Yeah, they found them on the yard. So it's like, where'd them come from? Or when the gunner shoots, he shoots the blacks.
yeah,
He don't
yeah,
shoot the whites. I
yeah,
mean, there was one guy that got shot. The blacks weren't even in the melee. They were over here, and the blacks got shot over here, but the melee was over here.
Were they shooting live rounds or what?
Oh, the block, but they shoot live rounds too. But at this
The
incident I'm talking about,
block.
the
I
block,
wanted
yeah.
to know about that, man. So
The
I
block
hear
gun?
it doesn't happen no more. They don't use the block gun
No,
no
they
more.
changed it to rubber, hard rubber with they're like rubber, like you know what a handball looks like. So it's
Yeah.
like the real handball, the hard one, but it has a gas canister attached to the back of it now. So they shoot those, it hits, and then tear gas comes out of it.
Oh
That's what they
shit.
have
Now,
now. But before they had the blocks.
yeah. Tell me a little bit about that really quick,
Okay,
man.
so the I think they call it the 30 millimeter.
Uh huh.
Um, it's basically a cylinder, and it has 6 blocks about this wide each inside the cylinder of wood,
Of
straight
wood.
wood, like oak or fucking pine wood. I think it is because it's the really light colored wood, and they shoot it at full velocity, like it sounds like a cannon going off. And they're supposed to bounce it off the ground and hit you with it, but they wasn't doing that. I
Yeah,
remember I got in
man.
an incident ad seg and I had bruises all in my back, and then he bounced one and hit me in my undercarriage, and that's what stopped me from fighting with the dude. But those blocks, they'll leave big blood blisters on you. I seen one
Damn.
dude get his head busted open with him because it was too close. He was right up under the tower. Like that, they deemed it inhumane.
Yeah. I've heard a few people tell me some crazy stories about live rounds, man. Have you ever seen anyone get dusted off behind the live rounds?
I've never seen nobody get hit with one. I've seen him shot. I've seen him shot. I've seen him spark off the wall. I've seen him kick up the grass on the yard, but I've never seen anybody actually get hit with one. Other than,
Yeah.
of course, everybody's seen the Pelican Bay video, but
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
that, no, I've never been in a yard where somebody got down with the. I've been in a yard where people got down, but not by the many.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Not
mean,
by the
does
many.
most people, well, during a riot, I hear, in California, you pretty much got to go until something,
Well, see, here's the
something.
thing. Every riot I've been in 3 riots for sure. Like 2 with whites and then 1 black on black. No, 4 because we had one with the Mexicans in Centinela. But every ride I've been in, you'll get down, you'll hear the block, bloom, bloom. You've been in prison long enough, you know the different sounds,
Yeah.
right? So you hear bloom, bloom, bloom. That's just a block. Ain't nobody worried about that. Whatever. The guards aren't going
They
to run
keep
it.
on they keep on going if the block gun's sounding
Yes.
off.
But one
Okay.
thing for sure, like if the guards are close by, because they're going to be close by anyway, they're going to run over there, but they're not going to get too close. They're just going to be spraying into the fray, right?
Mm-hmm.
The tower is going to yell on the microphone. There's a big microphone that goes all across the whole yard. And he'll yell, live rounds, live rounds. So the guards can back up.
Oh shit! They backing up. I'm hitting the ground,
And that's
man.
when you see people start, hey, live rounds, and people start backing up to get away, because we hear it just like they hear it.
Yeah.
I'm not so focused on fighting these dudes that I'm not going to, live round. Oh, you said live round, bro. Back up, back up, back up, back
I
up.
mean,
And then
does
people back up.
anybody get, I guess, violated? I guess the word we could put for backing down during that call.
Oh, no, because everybody backs up. You're not backing
Okay.
down. Everybody, they back up, you back up. But see, like I've done before, and I've seen lots of people do before, which a lot of us do it. I'm not the only person that's done this, but I'm gonna tell this story how it happened. We were cracking with the white dudes over a softball game, right?
Oh shit!
And we get down. And
Were y'all hold on before you get into it? Were y'all playing against each other?
well, they had it set up on 270 yard in high desert. Where they were playing a tournament, and the whites had to play the blacks in the tournament. And how it kicked off was the white dude trucked the black. No, the black dude trucked the white catcher. Right?
Oh, trampled him over.
Yeah, he trucked him. Yeah, he was like blocking the plate, and he ran him over. Right? The white boy jumps up, swings on the back. I wasn't even in the game. I was doing a tattoo on the sideline. I was doing a tattoo on the yard in the bleachers, slickly. Right. I was actually putting South Central across the guy's back. I remember it. Right.
I can't. Hey, Nate, no, it's your turn to bat. You put down the tattoo.
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't even playing the game. I wasn't.
I know. I'm just saying, if
yeah.
it was, that'd be fucking hilarious scene, man. Prison softball, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, hold on. Here, hold this.
Hold this bloody ass rag on there right quick.
So, but yeah, he truck him. So, he jump up, and I look up. And I see him swing. So we all jump off the bleachers. We rush the mound. We all fighting. And then they get everything down. They back us up. They say live rounds, and everybody back up, right? Get down. As soon as I see the guards start cuffing, I tell the dude that's next to me, I was like, as soon as they come in and start cuffing them dudes, we're gonna jump up and rush that dude right there that started it. Because he was over by the side by himself. I said, as soon as they come back in and start cuffing him, we're gonna jump up. And that's what we did. As soon as they got in close, we jumped up and rushed the dude again. And then when we jumped up, they jumped up and it all popped again. Until
Was
they
there
could.
any kind of like anticipation or drama building up before this game?
Oh, it was, come
Since
on. The whole, as soon as the yard came out, we came out ready for bullshit. We came out ready for
oh
bullshit.
damn, why they
Because
even allow that to go down,
because
bro?
that's what we were saying. We was like, because it was the non-affiliates playing against the active white dudes.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So I'm like, not dropouts, just non-affiliate blacks. Because
yeah,
none of the
but
gang member backs was finna play. We was like, nah, we're not playing that shit. We're not
that's
playing. We're
again,
not
it's
getting
kind of
involved.
against protocol type
Yeah,
shit.
we're not doing that shit. So it was the non-affiliates playing against them. But at the same time, we're not finna let the non-affiliates get maxed out either. So that popped off. We jumped back up, get it popping. That's what it was.
Was there any affiliates that said, "Man, I really just want to get up in this game, bro. What's up? Is it
I can't remember that guy, but I mean, we had. I don't think so. Not none of my homeboys because we was all right there in the bleachers.
Yeah,
But it could have been. It could have been some cats in there playing. I ain't going. I'm not going to put a dub on it.
yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
it was like a tournament. You win cases of sodas and shit from the administration.
yeah. That's all right, man. And they had this softball field within the yard, or was it
Yeah, it was. It
outside?
was, it was in the yard right there. Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
right there on the
yeah,
yard, right outside of 4 block on B
yep,
yard in High Desert,
yep.
like the diamonds right outside of 4 block.
Yeah, the prison I was in that I spent most of my time at, they had a softball yard pretty much on in every building, because every building had its own yard. I think there was like 6 or 7 buildings, and they all pretty much had a softball field. So that was a
Oh yeah,
great.
every yard.
I love softball in
Let
prison,
me
man.
see. Every yard I've ever been on. Yeah, I think every prison yard I've ever been on had a softball field.
That's
We
what's
haven't
up.
always been able to play because most of them yards, like the 270, that's the lowest. Like I said, I've always been level 4, but 270 was the lowest security level I made it down to. So you
Hmm.
on level 4, you got 180 design, and then the next step down is 270 design. Then
Yeah,
you go to level 3. You know
yeah,
what I mean? I made it to 270, and that's where that cracked off, and I went back up to level 4. I mean to 180. They sent me back over to C yard, but on those yards you get the bats. You know what I mean? The regular level 4 yards, you might be able to get the bats, but it's gonna be controlled situations. And that was only on New Folsom when we did it. I never
yeah,
seen High Desert. I never on the 180 yard. I never saw the bats come out. Pelican Bay, I never saw the bats come out. Uh, Centinela, I never saw the bats come out. Like, I'm like, because my first thought is if it pop, I'm going for a bat.
yeah, for sure.
I'm finna home run. I'm finna bury Bunny some shit.
King Griffey. Hey, look.
Hey Griffey, whoever it is, yo.
Yep. Well, there's a lot of prison YouTubers out, nowadays, and a lot of them are from California or just
There's a
popular
lot.
individuals that have been in the California prison system. I've
Right.
had X-Rated on the show, Spider Loke, and they told a little bit about their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anyone out there that you could say people knew that you did time with, or a prison YouTuber that was in California prison that you actually heard of or knew of?
Well, I mean, of course, obviously, I know who X-Rated is.
Okay, I'm saying like personally, were you doing time with any
Well,
of
we
these
did, we
individuals?
did. Me and him did a lot of juvenile time together.
Oh, really?
But yeah, we did a lot of juvenile time together.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
when he was first fighting his case to go to prison, I went into the county while he was fighting his case. We were in the hole at the same time. Um, but other than that, but we never hit the yard together. We were never on the
Yeah,
yard together. But other than that, as far as famous people from California now, are these famous dudes that say they was in prison or that were in prison. No disrespect to nobody.
yeah,
Um, they weren't on the yards where I was on.
yeah,
I've heard some of these stories. I've heard a lot of people's stories that say they were in California prisons, and I'm like, you were in level. Like even the homie Dirt. You did an interview with Dirt, right?
Dirk.
Dirt, Dirt, like dirt on the ground. Did you do Dirt from
Uh,
Shaq? Oh
no,
well,
I don't
either
know.
way,
I don't
it's
know.
it's
Maybe.
it's a homie named Dirt from Shaq that he was in prison while I was in prison, but he was on level 3. See, that's the difference. We could be on prison at the same time, the same years, everything, and you just be on level 3. I'll never see you.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I'll never see you. But if you go to level 4, if you say you was in level 4 the whole 18 years that I was in level 4, I'd be like, damn, we must have just missed each other because
Yeah.
they stayed bouncing me around. Um,
Yeah.
but that's just how it happens. It's a small world. But if you doing stuff on your yard and you ringing, I'm gonna hear about it
Yeah.
because it all if you from my city.
Well, let me ask you this, because it kind of follows into what I said before. A lot of people actually have been locked up in California, but done time with some very popular people, Charles
What?
Manson and stuff like
Oh,
that.
I actually okay, my bad.
Okay, all right, all
Oh,
right.
now that you say that, okay. So I wasn't on the yard with Charles Manson.